So hello everyone, welcome to our another video on STL in C++. In the previous video we discussed about vectors, right? If you have not watched that video, I will give the link of that video in the I button up there. And now let's continue with the other topics here as queue, stacks, maps and list. So today the first one here we have is queue. For using a queue, we simply have to import the queue library here, and after that for defining a queue we have to write as queue, then the data type inside angular brackets, a space and the name of the queue here. Similarly, like vector, we don't have to initialize the size for this. Okay. Now how are we going to insert elements? We know that in queue we have functions like push and pop. Push means to insert a new element, pop means to take out element, right? So we have these functions inbuilt in STL. So first one we have here push. So whenever we want to insert any element, the name of the queue, my queue dot push, and after that in brackets we have to give the value. So here I have inserted three values here, 85, 49 and 93. Clear? Now if you want to check the size of the queue, we can simply write here as cout size is my queue dot size, and here we know that for a queue element is entered from the last and it is popped out from the first, right? That is the main principle of queue here. So here we can get the first element here is my queue dot front, the last element here is my queue dot back. Then similarly, if you want to print the entire queue, so I have written here a function as print queue to print the entire queue, okay, and I'm passing my queue here as a parameter, as an argument. So here we have the print queue function which takes a queue as a parameter, input queue int which is of integer type, and the name I have given here is queue, okay. Then while my queue is not empty, it will keep on repeating everything. So what am I doing in here? Every time I am printing out the front element, queue dot front, and then I am popping out the element. We all know that the first element gets popped out every time, and this is it about the print queue function. So this is it. So now we know that if the values are entered in this order as 85, 49 and 93, so they will be popped out here in the same order as 85, 49 and 93, right? So let's execute this program and see how this works. So here we can see clearly the size here is 3, the first element we have is 85, the last element is 93, and the entire queue 85, 49 and 93 we have it. This is how we can use the queue data structure which is predefined in STL and C++, okay. So now let's go to the next one, which is a stack. So here for using the stack data structure, we have to include the header file here as simply writing as stack. Then here I have the main function. Inside the main function, how are we going to create a stack? Similar like vectors and queues, first give the name of the data structure, then inside angular brackets write the data type. I have written the data type here as int, and then followed by the name of the stack. I have given the name of the stack here as number stack. So here also similarly like queues, we have the functions as push and pop, but the only difference is here in case of stack, every time the element is inserted at the top and the element is popped out also from the top. So first I am pushing 3 elements here, 10, 52 and 56, and then here also similar to the queues I have written a function for printing the stack elements, okay. So print stack elements, and I am passing the stack here. So inside here I have a similar while loop which has a condition as while the stack is not empty, okay. So we have this function as dot empty to check if it is not empty, okay. Then cout stack dot top, we will be printing the top element every time, and then at every iteration after printing the top, I have used the pop function here to pop out the top element. So here if we see the elements are 10, 52 and 56. So first 10 will be pushed, then 52, then 56. Now while printing here, the elements will be printed here as the first element, which was 56, then 56 will be popped out, then 52, then 52 will be popped out, then 10 will be printed, and then 10 will also be popped out, and after that the stack becomes empty, so it is not going to do anything here again. Okay, and here I have simply written a statement to find the size. Here also we can use this function as dot size to find the size of the stack here. Okay, so now let us just execute the program and see how it works. So here it is printing all the elements. First at the top we had 56, then 52, and then 10, and the size of the stack here is 3. Okay, so this is it. So here let us come to the next data structure, which is map. So here we have two different type of maps. One is a regular map, which will be ordered, and the other one is unordered map. Okay, so for map we have to include the library file here as map. Then for creating the map we have to write here as map, and then after that we have to give the data type of the key and the value. I have the data type of both key and the values as string and string, so I have written string comma string, and after that I have given it as a name as my dictionary. So now if we want to insert anything to the map here, so how are we going to insert? We have this function here as insert. So here we have to write my dictionary dot insert, and every time, as this is a pair of key and value, so both the values has to be inserted together here. So here we have to write as pair of string and string. What type of value are we going to insert here? Pair of string and string, and then here inside brackets I have written both the strings here. The first one I have is orange, and in the second one I have two different words here, santra and narangi. So now what are these? These are just the English names and the Hindi names for some fruits. Okay, so for orange I have taken santra and narangi. Similarly I have inserted three more values for coconut, apple and banana. Coconut has a Hindi name as nariyal, apple has a Hindi name as seb, banana has a Hindi name as kela. So now let us see how are we going to print this entire thing here. Okay, so here we have to write for auto. Auto means it automatically takes the data type of what type of value it has. So auto it, it means it is a iterator. So it I have taken, it will go through the entire my dictionary. Now this thing written in grey color as pair, I have not written this. This is just the suggestion given by my ID, so don't write this. Okay, and after that cout I have written here as it dot first, it gives the key here, and then a hyphen followed by it dot second. So here the first one comes the key and the second comes the values here every time. Okay, and then here I have this function as my dictionary dot size to find the size of the dictionaries. As of now you don't have to write the statements, these 4 statements which are looking blue in color, which are comments, you don't have to write this. Okay, if I execute this, so here you can see whatever the values we had, everything is coming here in the alphabetical order. No doubt, however, we were storing it there. First we were storing it there as orange, coconut, apple and banana, but here you can see the values are getting printed. It means the values are getting stored in the map as apple, banana, coconut and orange in the alphabetical order, and as we have 4 pairs, so it is giving us the size here as 4. So now let us uncomment the statements which I had written here. In this one, what am I doing? For the key banana I have given another name. No, it is the same name. The only difference is this was in lowercase, now this is in uppercase, right? So now if I execute this, it is getting changed. First this was in lowercase, now it is in uppercase this time. Okay, similarly suppose if I uncomment this one for grapes, grapes we don't have, right? So this is another way of inserting elements into this dictionary. Another one as grapes, angur is getting stored here in the dictionary alphabetically where it should come between coconut and orange here, and the size here has changed to 5. Similarly, now if I want to erase, if I want to remove any pair, so we can directly write here as my dictionary dot erase, and I have given the key here as apple. So apple save, this entire entry will be removed from here. So let's execute this. So apple, we can see that apple is no more existing in this dictionary and the size has reduced to 4. So now if you want to clear the entire dictionary all at once, so you can directly write here as my dictionary dot clear. It will be clearing the entire dictionary with no values into it. So whatever we had here, we had here 4 elements. One was changed here, then we added another one, made it as the size of the dictionary as 5, then we removed one, which again made it as 4. But here this time we have written here as my dictionary dot clear. So the entire dictionary will be cleared, and the size here it will be showing, after printing the entire dictionary, the size it will be showing here as 0. So you can see here the size here is 0. Okay. So this is about ordered map. Now let's go to unordered map. So now here for unordered map, we have to include the header file here as unordered map. Okay. Then the entire map thing, my dictionary that we did just now, I have commented it. Now let's go to the unordered map. So for unordered map, everything is similar like maps here. We have to write here as unordered map string comma string. If we are taking the pairs as string and string here, then I have taken the name of the dictionary as my dictionary 2 here. Okay. I have taken the name of the map here, the unordered map here as my dictionary 2. Now here for inserting the values also it is the same as a regular map. My dictionary 2 dot insert pair string comma string, and everything I have written the same thing: orange, santra and narangi, coconut, apple, banana. Now along with that I have taken few more things here: apple 2, banana 2, apple 3 and banana 3. Okay. This is it. Everything is same here, and rest all of the functions are also similar like maps. You may see here that I have taken the similar for loop here for auto 8 pair, my dictionary 2, cout it dot first, then a hyphen and then it dot second here. Execute this. So the only difference here is, as compared to the previous one, is the elements here are in the reverse order of how we have entered, or to be specific, they are not in a proper order. Sometimes you may also see that the elements getting displayed here are in any order. Okay. In the normal map it was in alphabetical order, but here it is not following any alphabetical order. This is why we call it as an unordered map. Okay. So this is all about maps. Now let's go to the next one, which is how are we going to use map and list together. Okay. We all know that how are we going to use a map? By importing map. This is in the similar way we have to import list also here. So now here how am I creating a map? So this map, in the previous one it was map of string and strings, but here it is a map of string and a list of strings. Okay. So that is why I have written here a string comma list string. Okay. And I have given the name it as animals. So now first I have created 3 lists here: reps for reptiles, rods for rodents and mams for mammals. Then I have stored few data here. For reptiles I have python, lizard and cobra. For rodents I have rabbit and squirrel. For mammals I have bats, human and whale. Okay. So now for inserting this entire list into the maps, how are we going to do this? So we are going to write here as animals dot insert, and this time previously what we were doing, animals dot insert string comma pair of string comma string, but here we have to write as animal dot insert pair of string comma list of strings, and after that the name here I have given as reptiles comma reps, the name of the list here, and similarly we have to insert all the 3 different lists into the dictionary. This is done. Now for while printing it, there we were using a single for loop, but here we will be needing two different for loops. Okay, first one for iterating through the dictionary and the second one for iterating through the list. So for auto pair animals, see out pair dot first, it will be printing here as reptiles, mammals and rodents, this thing. Then a simple arrow I have given here, then another for loop here for iterating through the list, auto animal. So it is giving me a suggestion here as string by the ID. Then what are those? That entire list, what is it? It is the second thing of the pair which we have in the dictionary. So pair dot second we have to write here, and every time that name of the animal that we have in this list here, that is getting replaced by this animal variable, and that will be printed here every time. Okay, so this is it, how we are going to print it. So let's execute this and see. So here everything is getting printed how it was stored in the dictionary, mammals, reptiles and rodents. Here also you can see that they are getting stored and they are getting displayed in the alphabetical order. So this is it about a basic tutorial on STL in C++. Now if you have any doubts, please give us a comment in the comment section. We will definitely get back to you. And if you want us to make videos on any other topics, give us a comment in the comment section. We will try to make a video on that topic as soon as possible. And if you have liked the video, please press the like button, and if you have not subscribed to our channel, do subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever we are uploading a new video. So this is it, keep learning.